The vice president's fear that Congress would force a showdown and limit the president's power was now a reality.
Never simply fight evil with evil.
Senator John McCain introduced a tough anti-torture resolution. It was gaining strong support when the vice president began to act.
In ways public and private, and especially private, Cheney starts heading to the Hill and lobbying McCain especially.
There was a lot of real hardball going on and arm twisting in which they were going to loyal Republicans and saying, if you prohibit us from doing these things, people will die.
For those in Congress who believed the executive branch had gone too far, torture was just the kind of issue where they could draw the line.
But this isn't about who they are. This is about who we are.
The president threatened to use his first veto ever, but in a 90-9 vote, the Senate rebuked the White House.
President Bush was forced to retreat after
The White House reversed course.
Vice President Dick Cheney long resisted McCain's.
It looked like a rare setback for the vice
The
president.
announcement came after months of administration resistance.
So the White House arranged a public display of capitulation. The president acknowledged McCain and Congress's victory.
Thank you, Mr. President.
Thank you. I appreciate it. Thank you.
The president decided to sign the bill from his ranch in Crawford 5 days after Christmas.
Congress is out of town, the president's out of town, most of the press corps is on vacation. No one's really paying attention to what's happening. And around 8 p.m. on the day he signs this bill, the White House quietly issues a document which gets filed into the Federal Register.
The document, known as a signing statement, had been drafted by White House staff.
On the day of the signing, this statement is sitting in the staff secretariat's office. David Addington takes his copy, and he literally draws a red line through the entire text. And he substitutes a single, very long sentence.
Some in Washington were watching closely for just such a move.
I was actually on my way out to a New Year's Eve party, waiting for it to appear on the White House website, and sure enough, it popped up.
The executive branch shall construe in a manner consistent with the constitutional authority of the President to supervise the unitary executive branch as Commander-in-Chief.
And what that means in plain English was, my instructions to the executive branch is, this provision is unconstitutional because it infringes on my core exclusive powers as president. And so regardless of the fact that I've signed it into law, it need not be obeyed as written.
In Washington, they began searching for more signing statements from the administration. The Boston Globe found hundreds of them.
What it turned out to be was a roadmap, essentially, to the implications of the unfettered presidency that the Cheney legal team was trying to create.
Lawmakers say that signing statement defeats the purpose of the law.
Members of Congress want to know why President Bush just ignored the law.
raising questions about the reach of executive
The signing statements were primarily the handiwork of one person in the administration, David Addington.
Addington is the Picasso of signing statements, the master of the art form, and nobody has created more of them and insisted on putting more of them into legislation, so it's really his thing.
He was, during my time in office, the person that was pure on defending every single potential presidential prerogative from congressional intrusion through signing statements.
Within the signing statements are more than 1,000 implicit constitutional challenges to acts of Congress.
It's a direct showdown constitutionally between the president and Congress. Congress has the right to pass laws, but the president